So the first thing we want to do is just be able to copy some data, get it into a spreadsheet, and make a graph. So the problem we're given here is a table of standings from a hockey league, which lists a bunch of data here. We want to import the data into Excel and create a graph of the number of points each team has. So I'm just going to click and drag to highlight all of this data. And then on my keyboard, I'm going to do the standard Windows copy command, Control-C, to copy the data. Now I'm going to switch over to my Excel spreadsheet here, and I'm just going to do Control-V to paste it. That gets the data into Excel. And if I click on this little thing down here in the bottom right corner of that area that I've pasted, I've got some options here, and I'm going to choose Match Destination Formatting. And that gets rid of all of the formatting that was in the source that I was copying from and just gives me the data. So I've got the data into Excel. I want to create a graph of it. So probably I'm going to make a bar graph here first, and I want team and I want points as my graph. So I'm just going to highlight by clicking and dragging, click and drag those two columns. Okay. Now notice when I do the second one, if I do the first one, when I do the second one, I have to hold down the Control key in order to highlight both at the same time. So I've got Control key down and I'm dragging on both of them. Now I just want to take those two columns that I've highlighted and I want to turn them into a graph. So I'm going to go up here to my Insert menu, or Insert tab across the top, and here in the middle I've got a number of types of charts to choose from. So I'm going to choose a column chart here. Okay, and it gives me some options again. And in this version here, it shows what it'll look like if I choose that particular one. So I'm just going to choose standard 2D column chart here. And I click on that, and I've got my graph. Now there's a few things missing here. It says chart title up at the top. So if I want to change that title, I'm just going to click on it, and it opens up the little box, and then I can sort of backspace there to put in whatever I want. So I'm going to put in, let's see, Hockey League standings. Now my axes don't seem to have been labeled here, so to add some axes, I've got this little, if we look up at the top here, I've got this Chart Tools little tab that has popped up here. I've got two choices here, Design or Format. Okay, I'm going to choose, let's see, what do I need to choose? I'm going to choose Design, and I'm going to come over here to Add Chart Element. And this might be a little bit different in your version, but I want to add, what do I want to add? I want to add a axis title, and I want to add something to the horizontal. So I'm going to click on that, and you can see that it's popped up a little text box down here. So I'm going to change this to just team. Spell that correctly. And I'm going to do the same thing for my vertical axis. I'm going to add a chart element, an axis title, and I'm going to add something to my vertical. And I'm going to come over here and delete what I've got and put in points. Okay. And there's my graph. Okay. Now let's say you didn't want a bar graph, you wanted something that looked kind of like a scatter graph. Well, we can just, I'm going to copy this graph that I got here, Control-C, and then come down and paste it down here, Control-V again, and now we can make some copies to this thing. So let's say I wanted a different type of graph. I could, if I click on my chart tools again, format, let's see, design, change chart type over here. Or if I just click on the graph and then right click, I can change the chart type as well. So let's say I wanted something, I could do a line graph that would look kind of like that. Now, it doesn't really make sense to do this as a line graph because these are all separate teams, and this isn't, we're not tracing something over time here. So if I just wanted this to be a series of disconnected points, I can left click on the line there, and then let's try this again. Click on the line there, and it opens up this little menu over here on the right, Format Series. the other thing I could do is I could right click on it and format the data series. But let's see, what do we want to do here? If we wanted to get rid of the line, we can just say no line. And then if we want to click on marker here, we could choose to have put a marker in here. So let's see. Oh, wait, sorry, marker options. Right there. Let's choose one of these built-in ones. And I got choices of squares, diamonds, circles. I kind of like the circles. So, and let's do a solid fill there. Okay. So now if we come back over to the graph, I've got these solid little circles, each dot representing the number of points each team has. So that's basically how you get some data into Excel and how you do a graph of it.